It's been a little while since we did an update, so we figured we'd give everybody an update of what we're doing around here.
A lot of painting and
Yeah, it's been summertime, so it's been hot outside. But so we've been trying to focus on doing everything inside that we could do. So basically, we painted this whole area.
which was frightening.
We got the big ladder out, the big extension ladder, and went up there, painted all that.
Mike's the one who crawled all the way up, and I'm just the person that held the ladder. I'm afraid of heights.
She tried to hold the ladder; it only fell a couple times.
It is not.
So we painted the fireplace. We
Yeah.
put a new light up there, an LED light. We got another one to put up there yet. We painted all this.
I really love how that
We
turned
painted
out.
all these cabinets. We put in new LED lights in all the cabinets. You can turn on those LED lights if you want.
Yeah.
And now we just got to find some things to put in them. It looks pretty cool at night.
Yeah. That really.
It kind of sets it off in here. It reduces some of the glare, like it's really glary right now because we've got those glass blocks over there.
We gotta find a way to kind of.
And the sun goes down over there, so
and it just hammers us right there.
It's a lot of glare down in there. So we painted the kitchen.
Yes.
We painted some things black in here. We put lighting up there. We replaced all those lights with LEDs. We also replaced all the bottom lights with LEDs too.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
These ones here. So those had just fluorescent tubes in there, so I took them all out and put LED lights in there.
We painted behind your
We
your
did a
desk.
little painting up here.
And it breaks up all the.
We painted the wall around the desk.
Yep.
Basically freshened up everything.
Yeah, it was really yellowy.
So the next thing we did is we fixed all of our skylights. We put sealant all around them and flashing because both of them were leaking. Well, the one in the master bedroom was leaking more than anything. So we went up there and just sealed
slopped
them
it on.
until we couldn't seal anything, and that seemed to work. We got some pretty heavy rains this week.
Yeah.
What we did find is that we sprung a new leak here, right up there. So another leak. We found it, I think. Yeah, there
because
was.
it didn't leak again.
The windows were pulling away up on top
It wasn't-
because they painted the aluminum frame, and the aluminum frame expanded when it got painted dark
Yeah.
and
so
pulled away.
Pulled away the caulk. Yeah.
So we recaulked those.
And that seemed to help.
Well, it did, but it hasn't rained really hard. It rained moderately once since that time. So the next thing we were doing is we've still been dealing with some basement water issues.
Get some moisture down there.
We haven't completely got it solved, but I think we about 90% got it
I was
solved.
gonna say 90. Yeah. At least.
We've got the room in there, the dungeon room, that hasn't, we kind of found the problem with that, but we have to address it yet. What we did is we painted this whole area with dry lock in here.
The right.
And I put like 4 coats
Yeah.
on here, all the way down through here. And we ran it on the bottom. I figured, well, if I dry lock the wall, what's going to happen? It's going to run up and come through the floor, which of course it did.
Yeah.
It didn't come through the wall, and we eliminated about 90% of the water.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So with the big rains here, it rained every day for about 4 days straight, heavy.
Yeah. Heavy.
And we were getting a little bit of water running through the concrete on the bottom.
Yeah, but it wasn't too bad.
So I think what we're going to do to fix that is we're just going to seal the concrete.
Yeah.
We're going to put a primer down, a moisture barrier.
And then do this whole back area here.
Yeah, I'm going to have Angie do that. She's gonna move all these shelves out of the way, and then all these 2x10 shelves.
Those were so heavy.
So we also did, and it actually the moisture, it's dried out a lot
Yes,
down
it's
here over
not
the summer. You don't feel that moist kind of thing.
Humidness than it was before.
Yeah, so we did the dry lock here too. Right over this wall, we have absolutely no moisture coming through over here now.
No, not even down through the bottom.
So that really dried this area out a lot.
And the round room, our outside fixed that.
Yeah, we put our drain in out there. I still haven't dry locked it because I'm waiting to make sure that this works. But what I have to do, they dry locked it originally with like one coat, but they didn't take all the stuff off the wall first, so the dry lock wasn't adhering to the wall. So I have to sit there with a wire brush and grind all the stuff off the wall.
That was not a fun project.
Yeah, the whole basement filled with dust and crap, and I was breathing. I don't know what I was breathing, but
we don't want to ask those questions.
It was salty goodness. It tasted like salt, and but it was pretty cloudy down there. So the kitchen light, of course, that we bought, that went bad. So we bought that on Amazon. It was pretty expensive, but contacted the company. They sent us out a new transformer.
Yeah.
And we put that up, and that was fine. We painted this entryway here also.
Yeah.
Gray. We were going to leave everything white originally, but it was just too much glare. We couldn't take all the glare because there's so many windows in the house. What we did find, though, hold on, before we go out there, we did find that also the front windows are leaking.
Oh, yeah.
So those 4 windows right there, water was pouring in. I think I found the source of the leak, but the wood frames are pretty rotted, so we're going to have to get them replaced.
Yep.
The window people did come. They did replace the boathouse windows.
Those 3 on top.
3 on top, 2 on the bottom. So that made it actually really nice in there.
It's a lot more regulated.
Yeah. Some of the landscaping we planted. If you remember, we did our landscaping here this spring.
Yeah, and we transplanted those
So we've got about 80%, 90% survived.
Yep, which is pretty impressive for us.
This plant here, it was doing really, really well, and we had a big rainstorm about 2 weeks ago, and it just flopped, and it hasn't quite come back yet. But all these have done pretty well.
Yeah.
Some of the 3 or 4 of the plants we planted over here were supposed to be full shade.
Well, it turns out this is
unfortunately
not full shade.
The sun is coming in the summertime. The sun comes up here. In the wintertime, when we planted them, the sun was back there, so this was full shade. Well, the summertime, it's almost full sun, except for right now. But so those got burned up like right away.
Yeah.
Those got burned up within a month. All the other ones are growing like crazy.
Yeah. And then these are the ones we transplanted.
All these lilies here, these little ones, they were probably not even a foot tall.
No.
And they've just exploded.
Yeah, they love it right here.
Yeah. So those turned out really well. All the plants down there are doing well, except for that one by the window. I think it's getting reflection off that glass and it's getting burned up.
Yeah, we might have to just pick him up and move him.
These ones are doing pretty well here.
Yeah. And the
Bulkinzilla down there is doing well. And then we got a couple evergreens over there that are doing pretty well. Angie only got stung by 1 bee so far this summer. I've got stung like 5 times. But the hornets have finally kind of given up. They've done everything they could
to try and stay here.
But we've been knocking down hornets' nests in the garage. It's never ending. So the other thing that we did is we decided to buy a couple motorcycles.
After my class that I took,
so Ange hasn't ridden a motorcycle before.
No.
And she got a Yamaha R3.
R3. It's the perfect size for me.
Yep.
And
this was Mike's. This KTM, little 400. So I hadn't ridden a motorcycle since about the mid '90s. So I figured something small would be good. So I've got about 800 miles on mine, and you've got how many?
I've got 347.
You got 347 on yours. It's a learning process, but
it is.
You haven't dumped it,
no,
so that's good.
No, I've not dumped it. No.
She's been having fun. We try and go out. Being that it's so hot. Today it's a little bit cooler, but usually it's been in the 90s.
Yeah,
so
the sun just beats us up.
We've been going down you know, like Sunday mornings when the traffic
some
was
mornings
light.
This is really nice. I'm confident then.
So the other thing we've done, we've been out fishing a lot. So we're trying to go out fishing like
Every couple days at least.
every day if we can. But so the boat has been doing great. We've got everything has been working really good. The only thing I don't like is all the spiders that we can't seem to get out of the boathouse. Like, we'll come out here every day, and I'll spray every day for spiders.
Yeah.
And they just come right back. They build their nest right back. They're unstoppable.
They are. Now, did you clean this out, or are they still gone from when I cleaned it out and went paddleboarding this
No,
morning?
they're cleaned out from this morning. Yeah.
Okay, because I came out here and paddleboarded, and I'm like, well, I'm going to get rid of all of this.
So we've got a broom we usually keep there that every time we walk down through this pathway here,
We're swiping everything off with it.
Yeah. But that's, Angie hasn't fallen in again.
Yeah, I
So-
biffed it. I was sweeping off I wish we'd been recording it because I stepped here and I went in. Mike was talking to me, he was up on the boat. All of a sudden he's talking to me and I go in. He's like, where'd she go?
Face first.
Face first into the water. It was not pretty.
The other thing we did is, of course, we had a fueling system. We put a new depth finder
live scope
or a
in
fish
there.
finder on the front of our boat. We put a Garmin live
Which is
scope.
really cool.
So we could see the fish that we're actually trying to catch. We kind of laughed at it at first because when they said we should have one,
Where's the challenge?
we're like, nah, we don't. We'll just go by sight. But then we had such a hard time catching any fish once the weather got hot. We're just like, you know what?
Look, are there even any fish in here?
Let's give that a try.
Are we wasting our time?
So these are this little Bocanzilla that started about it was about 6 inches tall.
6 inches high.
And it's just in the past 2 weeks it's just gone crazy. So the other thing we did is we got this
Really cool.
this propeller motor system, and it's actually meant for cleaning the water, keeping our water clean, because all that crap over there used to be all over this whole dock
So,
area.
yeah, we're by our neighbors there.
And we got this motor in there, and everything has now cleaned up nice.
Oh yeah,
We just have a little bit of stuff over there, but a little rain will take care of that.
Yep.
So, and then of course you can see, I don't know if you can see all the spider webs down here.
They've moved outside now.
Since they can't go inside, they decide to
That's
make
just
spider
fine.
webs outside or all over the lawnmower. Every time I get on the lawnmower, you know, there's 15 spider webs.
Yeah,
So,
they're unstoppable.
but the paint seems to be holding up pretty well in the house. It's peeling off in a few little areas.
Yeah.
We'll have to touch up this fall, but not a big deal. We kind of expected that. You know, there's some areas where we have to caulk yet.
And let's see, in the bathroom, in that one spot that was missing the paper, no water's been coming in there. It stayed dry through all the storms.
Yeah. And the grass has been looking really good. We've
Yeah.
got a lawn treatment company, and they've been showing up about once a month, treating the weeds, treating the grass. We got about another year of fun with the lawn, trying to get the lawn back into workable condition. But other than that, you know, the problem with out here, this is the area above the dungeon room that's leaking. And what we found is, you know, we sealed all this because the water used to come in here and there used to be a gap and it used to seal down in. But now what's happening is the grout is cracking and the rocks are cracking, and there's cracks all in the grout. And we figure that the water is leaking through those cracks going down in the basement. So this might be a situation where
I mean,
I don't know if we can, you know, chip out all that grout and redo it and we're gonna have the same problem,
do we
or if we just break out the whole thing in
and
concrete.
get concrete, or do we put an inch concrete thing over it, or was that going to break more?
Or can we seal it with an epoxy? We don't know. We're trying to figure that out right now.
Every time we go in the paint section now, we read about all the different ones out there. I'm like, oh gosh, will that work?
Because we know that's what the problem is. We just, we're just trying to figure out the best way to do it. I tend to think that we're gonna have to probably just break this out and put concrete in it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal,
No.
especially if we're gonna build a garage.
Yeah.
We could do it right when they lay the concrete for the garage
Yeah.
and
Come back here and lay this.
This stuff busts out of here like nothing.
It does.
I mean, it's really easy. It just breaks right apart.
Because we pulled a few pieces off and
So we've got the carpenter bees are making home on our lawn over there. Oh no, those are dragonflies
Those are
today.
dragonflies today, yeah.
There was about 1,000 carpenter bees, 3 days ago out here.
Yeah.
And here's some of our plants back here. They're just kind of getting overrun with weeds.
Well,
They're struggling a little bit, but that hedge, we fertilized that hedge out there.
And you can see all the new growth on
And
that.
it's growing like crazy.
Yeah, it's really coming a long way.
So we're gonna let that grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
All this is filled in. All this used to be just dirt, and this centipede grass has basically just crawled up here
Yeah.
and just filled everything in. Because we thought we had to resod everything, but we didn't.
No.
So I know the lawn needs to be mowed, but half the lawn that's weed is growing, and half the
Half the
lawn
weed.
that's actually lawn is not growing.
Doesn't grow.
But that's our report. The next step here, now that we've got this painted, we still got to finish our bathroom. We haven't done anything with that. It's just been.
It's not a need.
We're not really sure on exactly what we want yet, and I'm still questioning the hot tub area.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna be replacing this floor. So I think we're gonna put like a white marble porcelain throughout the whole house, which is a big job, and it's gonna upset our lives for
Weeks.
who knows how long. So we're not really sure if or when we want to do that right away.
Yeah.
I know we need to get the flooring done because, well, number one, this flooring's in bad shape.
It's rough.
And if we redo the wood flooring, we're not going to get the color we want. It's probably going to be about the same cost as just putting porcelain in here.
Yeah.
So we'll see on that. We got to get some artwork in here.
Yeah.
We got to paint that upper area, which is not going to be very
That's
fun
not
either.
gonna be fun. That's gonna be about as much fun as that out there was.
Yeah, so we've been looking for artwork, but we've been spending a lot of time fishing though.
Yeah.
So we've been taking a little bit of break and
from doing all this stuff.
and going fishing, probably more than we
Probably should.
we
But
need to, but because we still need to get this stuff before fall. Once fall comes, we want to go and
fish.
and fish more, and then do
more
outside
motorcycles,
work.
yeah, outside stuff and
Motorcycle ride.
Motorcycle
and things like
ride.
that.
It takes more adventures on the motorcycles by that time.
Yeah.
I'll be comfortable.
If we're not dead by then. if we're dead by then
Actually, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Luckily.
I haven't had any close calls on mine.
No, I haven't had.
I've had it out in the freeway a couple times. I picked it up from the dealer, and the dealer was about an hour away.
Yeah.
And first time I got on a cycle and rode it since 1995, I think.
I think
96.
so. Yeah.
Hopped on it, took it 70, 75 down the freeway,
You
and
did just fine.
that my arms were really sore when I got done, but
It
was
is kind
fine.
of
It
workout
was
though,
fine, yeah.
doing that.
I
hands-
picked it up right away. I mean, I got right on it. It felt like I'd been
You never
riding
left.
for, yeah.
It took me a little bit more.
Well, you took the class, and you'd never ridden a cycle before.
No, never.
So you went from a Kawasaki upright to a super sport cycle, which hers is only 300.
Yeah, it's
so
not.
it's not really really fast.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, it's good for you. It's good for learning.
Yeah, it's good for learning.
It's comfortable. I mean, for a sport bike, it's really comfortable.
Yeah, when it needs the carbon burned out of it, I let Mike go ride it for me because I'm just not that confident yet.
I take it a few times out there,
Yeah,
but
he'll take it out
there's
for me.
there's a lot of back roads here, a lot of twisty roads that are actually really.
Yeah, I
fun.
found another one the other day, and I'm like, oh, this is a really great ride.
There's not much traffic. There's turkeys.
Yes.
There's turkeys everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, I've never seen so many turkeys in my
No,
life.
it's
Every time I turn a corner, there's turkeys right there on the road, or geese, Canadian geese.
geese. Well, you had what was it, the buzzards the one day
the
fly up over and
buzzards.
drop stuff on
Yeah,
you.
yeah. The buzzards, dogs, the neighborhood dogs chase us
The
around.
neighborhood dog chasing
So
me down the street.
I had the one chase me right in the garage the other day. So that's always a good time. I had 2 pit bulls come after me one day when I stopped for gas. So
Yeah.
I
We don't stop for gas there anymore.
I exited the gas station quickly. They were not happy with the orange motorcycle for
No,
some reason.
no.
I think orange makes dogs angry.
Infuriates them, I guess.
So that's our report for this week or this month, or we don't know. We're going to try and do a little bit of traveling here.
Yeah.
We got a few places we want to go to that are nearby,
Yep.
and we're working on that right now. So other
More
than that,
adventure.
we're just kind of, I guess we're just going to keep going here and get our windows replaced, work on our leaks, get a little more painting done.
And hopefully have it finished by the end of the year.
Yep.